Time for the 49ers Rush podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, 49ers fans? It is absolutely incredible to be with you. I know it's early, much earlier than we usually go live, but I'm about to take off for the airport here in about 40 minutes, and I wanted to get a live show out this morning. Been breaking down film for several hours. Got up super early this morning with a smile on my face, finished all the defense and special teams breakdowns for our Patreon members. That is up for you guys. The first half is up now. Second half is loading. I'm hoping I'll get a post that before I leave for the airport. Special teams, I'm going to wait to post in the morning just because there's just not enough time. I think a lot of people don't know exactly how much time it takes to load those breakdowns. Like I could do the videos for, going through the plays in like 45 minutes to 50 minutes usually. But right after that, man, it takes twice as long to load on YouTube. It's the way it goes. And Mosquito Killer says, man, John, timing is everything. Croc just finished. I didn't even plan that. There's so many great content creators. Croc is a good friend. His family, he is awesome. I love everything he does. And so I didn't plan that. It just happened to be such, and I'm very thankful to be mentioned in the same sentence as that dude. He's such a good dude. He's coming out to Vegas with us. He's not going to be with us in Seattle, sadly, but that's okay. Sid says late for me. I love it. So what I wanted to do today, I wanted to take a step back. I know it's a short week, and, after going through all the film, holy cow, the rule is usually the film is not as good as you think it is. It's not as bad. It's not as good as you think it is. Well, it was better. Oh, it was so much better, especially defensively. They just absolutely pummeled, just destroyed the Bucks. I love it. Dave, he says, good morning, CC. Taking a test right now. I liked it. I listened later. Go pass your test, man. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. The internet lives forever. But I love all the hashtag CCs. This is awesome. And what's up, Jason? He says, finally a game and catching it live. The beginning without YouTube notifications again. I don't understand what the deal is. YouTube hates us, but that's okay. I love you guys, and we're going to be all right. We're going to be, and Paul, what's up, Paul? We got royalty in the house. The film is so much better. First half was impressive. You just saw it in the Bucks' face, like their body language. Every single yard was just like a freaking odyssey that they had to conquer just to get a yard. They would make the right reads, and Fred Warner would undercut a route that was unbelievable. Probably the best Fred Warner play that I have ever seen him make in his entire career. I've seen every play multiple times, from college to I'm going to explain this. I don't have the cut up yet. It's not even loaded on YouTube yet for the Patreon members. Fred Warner's different because of his coverage. Okay. And this kind of goes into why I think the 49ers are the best team in the NFC. Yes, I'm going to say it. I think that they are better than the Eagles. Why? The Eagles roster is solid. The 49ers roster is solid. However, the playmakers that the 49ers have on the defensive side and offensive side, I think that's just a little bit different. So let me break this down. Fred Warner's job is to get vertical. Dre Greenlaw covers horizontally in the flats, all that stuff. Warner goes deep. And anytime there's a 3-by-1 set or, trips or whatever you want to say, 3 eligible wide receivers to one side, that's not a running back. His job is to go vertical with the in-breaking route. There was a play where the tight end basically runs a corner route. It's mirrored. Sorry, this way here. So he's on this side of the field, but he crosses and goes to the opposite corner. And so as he's doing this, it's Fred Warner's job to just stay vertical and not let him cross over. Well, Fred Warner got beat on the route. And so what happens is the tight end got the inside release and got to the corner, and the whole time, he's trailing him. And Brady, that's an automatic read. oh, I've got an inside release. There's no safety help on that side. You just throw this corner route to the tight end. It's easy. Fred Warner broke on that ball, and this is 25 yards downfield. This isn't like just whatever. It's simple crossing route. He baited Tom Brady. He literally slow played it for Tom Brady to say, oh, this is my throw right here. Boom, easy. And as soon as Tom went into his throwing motion, just rocket launched himself in front of, would have been an interception, but it was a poorly thrown ball. Like it caught my breath. Like there's just so many plays, whether it's Dre Greenlaw in coverage, whether it's Charvarius Ward just contested catches, whether Hufanga coming down and just laying people out, whether it's Bosa making everybody better, whether it's Eric Armstead freeing the other defensive tackles consistently in pass rush. At every single level of this defense, there are studs. There are great studs. And, the phrase is, how do you win a game, right? Do you win it with X's and O's or Jimmy's and Joe's, right? That's what the old coaching phrase, whatever else. The 49ers win with both. They have superior talent than every single team they played, except for Patrick Mahomes. And I think that they have better talent than the Chiefs, but Mahomes is just such a difference maker. And we had all those injuries and whatever else. That's the one where it's different. And so I'm curious to see what's going to happen. But right now, I'm telling you right now, the 49ers should be the favorites in the NFC. They should be the absolute favorites. Betting odds, they're not. Trey, what's up, my friend? He says, John, go to Red Mill Burger, best in Washington. Ooh, I love these are the suggestions I need to hear, my friend. Thank you, Trey. I land today. I take off here, leaving for the airport in about 45 minutes. And so once I get there, I'll check it out. I got to get all my luggage. I have 3 giant suitcases that I have to take to these events because of all the giveaways. So I'll get all my luggage to the spot. Then I'll look for a Red Mill Burger. All right. Good to know. Thank you, my friend. Any other recommendations? Please let us know. We're going to be partying in Pikes Place tomorrow. Which is kind of, the cool area around there. We're going to be at Kel's Irish Pub. I'm a big Irish pub guy. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. That's going to be Wednesday night at 6 p.m. And we've got the whole crowd that are greeting the plane. They're coming out and partying with us after that when the 49ers land. I'm going to be there setting up the party before that, so I can't make it out to the plane landing. And then we got our tailgate, as always. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. We've got a good party together. We got a lot of numbers coming out. Party with us indoors right across the street from the stadium before the game. Then we're going to walk over and freeze our butts off. Make sure you pack warm. I got my thermals. I got my starter jacket. I got my ski socks ready to go. I need to go get my gloves. I just thought about that. I got to run down to the basement after this. I got to go get them. I love it. All the Red Mill stuff. Love it. Only 2 Red Mills in the U.S., both in Seattle. Ooh. This is the stuff I need. What's up, Tara? How you doing, man? Love that dude. Love that dude. So, what I wanted to do is step back and look at the 49ers defense and offense as a whole and how they have performed on the year. Now, you scroll on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you constantly see all the defensive ranks, which is insane, right? And we'll go through them real quickly here. Best in the NFL in points scored by a considerable margin, by 24 points. Put this into perspective again. The 49ers have only led the NFL in points scored twice in our entire franchise history. Just twice. That's it. 1960, 1984. That's it. About to do it for a third time. First in total yards allowed, first in first downs, first in rushing yards, first in rushing yards per attempt, second in rushing attempts, second in interceptions, which is crazy. We have 14 interceptions. Last year, we had 9 on the whole year. We still got more time. Turnovers are huge. Starts with pressure. Then you get the ball hawks on the back end. Tayshaun Gibson coming up big. Drake Greenlaw coming up big. Awesome. Second and fewest touchdowns allowed. 5th in turnovers. I mean, just nuts. Just nuts what they're doing defensively. Now, if I had to ask you, okay, I want you to throw this up in the chat. Who are the top 3 graded defensive players on the year from Pro Football Focus just on our team, right? So I want you to put this in order in the chat. Who do you think, don't look it up, who do you think are the top graded defensive players on the year? 1, 2, 3. Just put last names. If you think it's like Bosa, Ward, Armstead, whatever else. Who are the top 3 graded players, in your opinion, on Pro Football Focus? Because I'm curious to see how much fan perception matches reality, right? That's what I want to see. Ket, he says Bosa, C. Ward, Greenlaw. We got Bosa, Greenlaw, Huff. I'm assuming that's who that is. Bosa, Greenlaw, Warner. Oh man, I freaking love this. Greenlaw, Bosa, Mooney. Like, I freaking love y'all. Oh, Gibson up there. Bosa, Warner, Gibson. A lot of names. Everybody's got Bosa number 1. That is correct. Just so everybody knows. Nick Bosa is the number 1 rated player. He's got an 89.5 grade and has just been unbelievable. He's got 64 pressures. Good God. 64 pressures is stupid. Charles Omenihu was second with 42, which is great. He's got a lot of pressures there. The sacks, the hits, the hurries. Bosa's got it all. And, for those of you that think Bosa's just a pass rusher, he's got 32 solo stops in the run game. Just uncanny what he has done. Bosa, Greenlaw, Warner, Bosa, Greenlaw, Ward. I'm loving all these answers. And the 2 that are on there, Paul, I'm with you. There's no way Nick Bosa is not Defensive Player of the Year right now. Joy, look at this. That Greenlaw love, and it's appropriate. Why? Dre Greenlaw comes in number 2. He's number 2. Pro Football Focus, tackles, solo stops, you name it. This guy. And now, again, I want to talk about what makes Greenlaw so special. If you're looking at overall grade, he's second, 85.5. Okay. You look at run grade, he's got a 78.1. He's 8th. You look at tackling, he's actually down a little bit on tackling. He's 5th, which is a surprise to me, with the 81.5 grade. But then you look at coverage. I cannot believe this. He is best. He has the best coverage grade of any 49ers player by over 10 points. He's got an 88.6 coverage grade. Next highest is Fred Warner with a 76.9. Nice. He's unbelievable, guys. It's crazy what he has accomplished. Dre Greenlaw. I cannot believe the 49ers extended him when they did. I was shocked. I thought they'd let him play it out, and whoever stayed healthy out of him and Aziz, that's who they would extend. They were smarter than I was, because whenever Greenlaw came out, he has outplayed his deal already. Yeah, Mosquito said definitely had to be on the list. He's playing out of his mind. Bosa for president. I love it. I don't want to go there. And then here we go. The third player. And it's close because these next 2 players are with 0.2 of each other. Charvarius Ward comes in number 3. Fred Warner comes in number 4. That is just such a forceful 2 stud linebackers, the best defensive player in the NFL, Nick Bosa, and a stud corner. 3 of which you built from within. You drafted Bosa, Warner, Greenlaw, number 2 overall pick for Bosa, 3rd round pick that you got for free and falling back with Solomon Thomas from the number 2 to 3 pick. That's what you got Fred Warner for free. Then you draft Greenlaw in the 5th. You go out and you pay Charvarius Ward. He's been worth every penny. And you bought low. Oh, man. I freaking... I love those players. Those 4. Just incredible. Now, okay, here we go. Let's flip it. Who are the top... Oh, this one's rough. Y'all are going to get mad at me. I got to change it a little bit. Let's do top 4 offensive players, okay? In order. All right, you don't have to put it in order. Who, in your opinion, are the top 4 graded offensive players on the year for the 49ers? Now, it's difficult. All the injuries. You got 3 separate quarterbacks. You got all the running backs. You got all the old linemen. Who are the top graded offensive players? And I want to do 4 because these numbers, I think it'll help us out some. We'll go down past 4, but I want to see what you guys have to say. What are the names that you think fit the top offensive graded players on the year? Because I don't think it's going to be who all you think it's going to be. Now, if we look flip side, negative side, Charlie Warner is the worst graded player. We've had 34 different players take offensive snaps. Charlie Warner's dead last. Spencer Burford, second to last, which is a little bit of a shock to me because, man, he's got really good positive plays, but he's also got consistent negative plays. That's why they're rotating him in and out. The quarterback, Brock Purdy, the quarterback, was asked about Burford. I liked his comments here.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's I think just athletically, blessed and gifted. He's got a great heart, and I say that because he's not like this guy with a big head or anything. He's very humble, and he goes to work, and you could see like he's just got a motor and wants to win. And so as a rookie to step in and get thrown into the fire, like he has all season, and he's done. I thought he's done a great job with it. And so we've got a lot of older guys on the team that rally the young guys and keep them moving. So he's got a great support system in the offensive line room, and what he's done this year, I think, has been amazing. So he's a dog.
He's a dog, man. And remember how much Kyle Shanahan hates using rookies. He hates it. He hates it more than any other coach in the NFL. But Burford's been consistent and consistently good. All right, let's get to those top offensive players. Shot Jay, the man himself, says Trent Williams, Jordan Mason, CMC. We got CMC, Debo Kittle Mitchell. David says Trent, Banks, CMC, Juice. Eric, Trent, CMC, Kittle, Banks. I'm loving these. Ooh, we got an Ayuk mosquito killer. Ayuk, McCaffrey, Debo Kittle. I love these. Ooh, we got a Purdy vote right there. All right, number one. Yeah, there's no shock there. Trent Williams, number one by a wide margin. 94.2. 94.2 grade. That is one of the highest. To be 90 and up is rare. Okay, that's elite. Usually there's about 10 to 12 players that finish the year above a 90 grade across the NFL. Okay, like that is all pro status. You finish above a 90. So Trent Williams, number one by a wide margin. But there's another player with above 90 grade. He's been mentioned once or twice. Most of you guys left him off your list. Spoiler alert, he's only played in 6 games on offense, and he's got 56 snaps. Y'all got to tell me who it is. He's only played 56 snaps. You all know him. I love him. I've been screaming this dude. Look at Perk. What's up, Perk? Glad to see you here, man. I'm telling you, guess who? Come on, man. It's my guy. It's not CFC. It's not Juwan Jennings. It's my guy. He's only got 56 offensive snaps, so it's a small sample size. But there it is. The names are coming in. The number 2 overall player on the year, small sample size, none other than JP, Jordan Mason. Look at that. Shajay said, I told y'all. Shajay listens to the show now. He listens to the show. The correct answer is Jordan Mason. That dude, it's crazy. If I want to go into the individual rushing stats real quick, because I think it's nuts, man. It is. It's pretty crazy what he's been able to do. He's got 29 carries, average 5.3 yards, 7 missed tackles forced. Okay, to put this into perspective, Elijah Mitchell has 40 carries to Jordan Mason's 29. Elijah Mitchell forced 9 missed tackles, Jordan Mason 7. Jeff Wilson, again, I love Jeff Wilson. I don't want to be mean to Jeff Wilson. I'll say this. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is saying anything about how we should not have traded Jeff Wilson anymore. That was a steal. Not to mention, Jeff Wilson's injured. He might not be playing for a while. But Jeff Wilson forced 12 missed tackles on 100 or on 92 carries. So literally over 3 times the snaps or carries. It's not close, guys. It's not close. It's not close. It is not close. He's got 5, 10+ yard runs, Jordan Mason does, and 29 carries. And he's facing, look when he's running the ball. Kyle won't give him the ball in the first half because he knows what's going to happen. Jordan Mason's running into, nothing but loaded fronts when we're trying to kill the clock at the end of the games. And number 3, I already said his name in the offense, Elijah Mitchell. So you got Trent Williams 1, you got Jordan Mason 2, Elijah Mitchell 3, and number 4, Brandon Ayuk. Rounding out the top 5, Christian McCaffrey. He's been a godsend since he has come in. He's got the highest pass grade with a 91.2. What he's done in the passing game has just been a revelation, and it's worked with 2 quarterbacks. Jimmy G, it's worked with Brock Purdy. Debo 6, Kittle Garoppolo 7, Kittle 8, Mike McGlinchey 9. That's kind of your Tevin Coleman only got, 30 snaps, but he finishes top 10. Ray McLeod 11, and you can kind of go through there. But I don't know, man. I do not think. Aussie says, do you think Jordan Mason still needs to learn the playbook? No, not at all. It's two things. One, CMC's that damn good. And when CMC's in there, the defense literally has to crap themselves because they don't know if he's going for a go route for a touchdown, if he's just a check down, if it's running the ball, if he's catching it and throwing the ball. When CMC's in there, nobody knows what's going to happen. When Jordan Mason's in there, everybody knows what's going to happen. It's just the play versatility. Jordan Mason's a banger, man. It's what he is. He is a thumper. And so what does Kyle Shanahan love the most? Versatility. He loves versatility. And CMC brings that in spades like nobody else's business. Maybe Alvin Kamara, but we saw what happened when we played them. So it's not so much that he doesn't know the playbook. Avatar says, yeah, Jeff Wilson Jr. fumbling machine. I'll say this again. Remember when we played him, 1 carry for 3 yards. He was responsible. He gave up a sack against Nick Bosa and an interception whenever he fell down on a route. And I hope nothing but the best for him. But you opened your mouth. You started that, Biz. You started that. You started, not me. I love Jeff Wilson. I hope he comes back to the 49ers eventually, but not as a free agent, high paid. Don't want that, but I love that 5th round pick. Oh, do we got Don Burr in here? That's right. The Lions showed up. This is the ghost of Christmas past for those of you that haven't been catching our live show. Last year, the 49ers played the Lions the first week of the season, and Don Burr went around just the 49ers content creator circle nonstop talking trash, and I respect it. Shout out to you. I hope you guys make the playoffs. And if the Niners get that 2 seed and the Lions sneak into that 7 seed, it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Lions travel to Santa Clara for that first, wild card round. I would love that. No other. 49ers played against Jared Goff is always fun. That defense, their offense is cooking. I'll say that. But us against that defense, yeah, I'll take that all day. But Don, always glad to see you. Appreciate you, man. You are a fun team. I'm excited for you. And you get all those picks because the Rams suck so bad. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. But I think with Jordan Mason, it's just going to take time. Like we said, Kyle hates rookies. He doesn't want to go to rookies. And so that's going to constantly just be one of those things. Now, I want to get to some more of your questions. But before we do, best way to support the show, Patreon. All you got to do is go to patreon.com/49ers Rush Podcast. And as soon as you sign up, you get almost everything, depending on the tier you pick. And if you're just interested in 49ers play, guess what? We have every single offensive, defensive, and special teams play from the last 2.5 years. Every single game for the 49ers. Nobody else has this content. Now, not to mention we have extra episodes weekly. We've got scouting report breakdowns. We've got betting. We've got your one-stop shop for 49ers content. And if you want to be heard, guess what? We got Zoom Hangouts twice a month where we listen to you. Patreon.com/49ers Rush Podcast, or just Google Patreon and 49ers. We're the first one that shows up. All right, let's get to some of these questions. Starting off with Big Papa. Do you see his avatar? Do you see his avatar, baby? I love it. Absolutely awesome. He says, McCaffrey seems to be starting to see holes better. That's what I saw on film this week, John. The cutback runs were there. And a lot of people got really upset with the Debo injury. Rightfully so. When people get injured, I get it. I understand that. The problem was, the Debo injury wasn't an inside run. It was a cutback run. It was an outside zone read. And, from a spread formation, but he saw the cutback. The beauty of the Shanahan Kubiak system run game that is so legendary, there's not a designed hole, right? When most offenses back in the day would be like, okay, 22 power. You're handing to the 2-back who's going through the 2-hole. You would number your holes, right? So to the right, you do 1, 2, 3, or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and to the left you do 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever else. And so, I'm the 2-back. I'm going through the 2-hole. The outside zone system is the exact opposite of that. You press outside in. And so outside zone, you're looking to get outside. If you see a hat that over leverages your outside blocker, then you go to the next hole in. Is there a hat there from a defensive player? Next hole in, hat there, next hole in, then I cut back. And so you've got not 1, not 2, not 3, but usually 4 to 5 options. And it's just a feel. And it takes time. And we started seeing a lot of those holes open up. When Vita Vea went out, it changed. But we were moving the ball when Vita Vea was in there. So, I'll be honest with you there. But, yeah, there's no doubt. CMC looked like a whole different person. And everything looked good. When JP was running, it looked good. You rushed for over 200 yards. Averaging over 5 yards per carry. That's huge. But we finally saw the CMC elusiveness once he gets through that first level. That was what was different, right? And so, man, I hope we see that. And you are playing against the Seattle Seahawks this week, the worst run defense in the entire NFL, the worst run defense in the entire NFL. Whew. I'm pretty excited just about the matchup that is there. And Juan, who watches as much film as anybody. Love Juan. He does so much. All these clips we get. Just such a great dude. He says CMC, the blockers finally have timing down in RNC. It takes a while to gel. It really, really does. Great call. And I thought Brendel had some great key blocks. I thought Mike McGlinchey had some great key blocks. And whenever you get those two biggest question marks on your offensive line, McGlinchey and Brendel, when they start hitting those second-level blocks, now we're cooking with grease, baby. Now we're cooking with grease. And so that's one of the things that, makes me happy. What's up, None Your Business? Appreciate the Jim Rome comment, as always. Let's see here. We got Mosquito Killer. He says, John, do you think Purdy plays? 100%. I'm not how do I say it? I don't trust the 49ers with injury news whatsoever. And it's smart from Shanahan and all of them to do this because now the Seahawks have a short week to prepare for not one new quarterback, but two, because if Josh Johnson was the starter, he's mobile. He's a, RPO option, zone read guy. Seattle's got to prepare for that now on a short week. No, Brock Purdy's playing. He even said so in the press conference afterwards. Yeah, a little sore, but I could have stayed out there playing. He did play through it anyway. Brock Purdy's playing. It hurts, but I'm telling you right now, this kid ain't coming out of the lineup. The NFC West is on the line, guys. You win this game, you win the NFC West. That's every single team's goal to start the year. One goal, win your division. The 49ers are the first team in the NFL, I believe, to be able to lock up their division. I don't think any team's won. Let me refresh these standings. I know that the first team to clinch a playoff spot was the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, they've clinched a playoff berth. No team has clinched their division. You want to know, again, why I keep saying the 49ers are the best team in the NFC? They're about to be the first team to clinch their division. You're beating Seattle this week. I know it's a rivalry game. I know it's a short week. I know you're on the road. I know you got a rookie starter. I don't care. The 49ers are better than the Seattle Seahawks in almost every way. In almost every single way. It's a terrible matchup for them. They are going to have some huge, huge explosive plays. You're going to have busted coverages on the back end, which the 49ers have done. You're going to have a pick six or a fumble return or a special teams touchdown, which they did last time we played them in week 2. But you know what they didn't do? You know what the Seattle Seahawks didn't do? Score one offensive point against this 49ers defense in week 2. Not one. And guess what? 49ers defense is way better now. Seattle Seahawks offense, way worse now. Seattle Seahawks are not a good football team. They've lost 3 out of 4. And they lost to the Panthers, the Raiders, the Bucks. 3 out of 4 games. The only game they got to win in was a close game against the Rams, in which the Rams ran for 171 yards. The worst rushing team in the NFL. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I can't take it serious. I get it. Any given Sunday. I get it. Division opponent. I get it. We never win in Seattle. I get it. Don't give a damn. Different team. Different team. I know this isn't our preview show, and I'm going to be doing that on the road with my cell phone, but I'm telling you guys, I don't care. And it's not because I think Brock Purdy is so great. That's not it. That's not it. I think this team, this culture, this coaching staff, this commitment to each other, this next man up mentality has completely been bought into. And the defense's idea of, we don't give a damn who the quarterback on our team is. We've been through 3 of them. We've been through 3. Yeah, Debo's out. That sucks. Also, Debo's coming back regular season. That's huge. We didn't even talk about that. But again, I digress. If you told me Jordan Mason was our starting running back, we win this game. If you tell me we got CMC and Jordan Mason, all right, cool. We win that game. And again, injuries suck. The schemes beat their schemes. They changed their offensive identity to be a dink and dunk, efficient offense. That doesn't work against this defense. Russell Wilson did. He beat us again this year. Now, it was probably the worst quarterback on both sides. The Russell Wilson versus Jimmy G's worst game of his career versus Russell Wilson worst career of his career. Like, he's just bad all year. But whatever, he did enough to beat us. And that was because literally our quarterback gave them several points. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot take them serious. And I'm behind on the chat now. I'm behind. Big Poppy says, the NFC West division this year is fairly weak, though it is, but I don't care. You got to win your division. And, okay, cool. You want to talk about how, okay, well, our division's weak. Well, what about the NFC? Guess who has the best record in the NFC? Guess who has it? It's the Eagles at 7-1, then us at 7-2. And look at the teams we lost to, right? We lost to the Falcons. And you got to worry about them. They could make the playoffs, but I doubt they will. And then we lost to the Bears, who are the worst team in the NFC. But when the 49ers play quality teams, they play up. They play up, not down. The Bucs are in first place of the division. Yeah, not an issue. Not an issue. We'll play the Commanders, who are, a fringe playoff team. We'll see what happens. I'm sorry, man. I don't have any respect for this Seattle roster. And Perk, Seattle get baptized Thursday. Holy Spirit of Favorless. That's pretty great, man. On the Sacrilege channel. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Jason L. Seattle's defense was on the field for 40 minutes last week. The Niners should run the ball down their throats, wear them down quickly. Josh Jacobs had over 200 yards rushing alone. And it's a short week for him. It's a short week for him. Short week for both teams. I get it. I'm excited. And Juan says, yeah, we still kept scoring without Debo. We were scoring with Debo went down second quarter. We scored 2 more times. 2 more times. I'm telling you guys, I'm sorry. And I do think Kenneth Walker will play. I think that's their entire thing. Tell me, are you worried about Kenneth Walker versus his defense? Are you worried about Kenneth Walker versus defense? And he's not even healthy? He's great. Maybe rookie of the year. He's not going to win it because of the injuries and time missed, but he was on pace for that. That's great. Against this defensive line, what happened when we played them? What happened? They had 36 yards rushing week 2. 36. Their lowest of the year. Lowest of the year. How many yards they rushed for last week? 46. They haven't rushed for over 100 yards in a month. Last time they rushed for over 100 yards was November 6th. I'm sorry, guys. I don't take them serious. You drop 3 out of 4, I don't take you serious. Like, I'm sorry. Not against bad teams, right? Oh, what I missed, Chris? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I don't have my backup here, so I apologize. I think this is the one you're getting to. I apologize, brother. Chris says this. It's obvious Kyle trusts Brock's football IQ more than he ever trusted Jimmy's. The fact that he opened the game last week with 4 consecutive pass plays, that was crazy to me. It shows in the open playbook and his aggressiveness. Yeah, and, he was asked about this, right? And I thought it was funny. Kyle was asked, was the entire playbook available? And Kyle did kind of his Kyle thing.
Yes. We always have the full game plan. Full game plan's the game plan.
Was everything available to him?
Yes. I mean, definitely. I mean, it was the week before, too. And with Brock's skill set and what he does, we don't have a ton of design quarterback runs and stuff, but maybe we need to. He moved pretty well today.
Yeah, and I'll say this, like, the things that make it different, and this isn't a shot at anybody, it's just different, this offense. You've got deep passing, 2 deep passing touchdowns outside the numbers. That's Jimmy's entire time with the 49ers. He's done that. Brock Purdy did that in the second quarter. You got the boots, you got the mobility, you got all that stuff. That's what you have with Trey Lance, right? You've got the mobility. Now, you're not calling like RBOs and quarterback draws and things like that, but play broke down in the red zone. Guess what? Little bitty wild hamster bouncing around, got in for the rushing touchdown. So it's pocket mobility, the deep passing. That's what's key. And it's comfortable. It's weird to say that after one start. He's going to have bad games. 49ers are going to lose a game. We're at 6 wins. We have the best, win streak in the NFL. I think we win this week, but I do believe that the 49ers are going to lose at least 1 or 2 games in the regular season. And I don't think that's an indictment on anything that Brock Purdy or this 49ers team is. I'm just not too worried. So I'm pumped, guys. I do believe the 49ers are the best team in the NFC. I really, really do. Can the consistency show up? I know that it can from the defense. I know that it can from the offense if the quarterback protects the ball, which he's done pretty well with. But my alarm is going off. I have to call an Uber to get to the airport or I'm going to miss my flight to Seattle. I'll be bringing you guys content from Seattle. We've got lots of parties planned. If you are anywhere in or around Seattle, come out with us, man. Come party with us, 49ersrushroadtrip.com. But until next time, a bunch of content's preloaded on Patreon. Go check that out, patreon.com/49ersrushpodcast. And until next time, stay strong, faithful.